very typical Puerto Rican dish. We are in Puerto Rico. Not really a new country, but depends on who you ask. Technically, it's a U.S. territory. If you ask any Puerto Rican, this is their own country. And if you come here as an American, you realize very quickly that this is not America. This is not a state. This is its own country with its own people, its own problems, its own troubles. It's an island in the Caribbean, for those of you who don't know. While being a U.S. territory, the U.S. has done really nothing for it. We essentially use it to house military bases, sort of like we do in Guam, but we don't really give it any sort of funding or support that it needs to maintain infrastructure and utilities and things like that. I know that the populace can get on social benefit programs, but everywhere you see, abandoned buildings and a lot of decaying stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see in the mainland US. Here's a perfect example. That's something you wouldn't necessarily see in the US. That's a cat. How long has that cat been there? But the more time I spend here, the more I realize the differences between mainland US and Puerto Rico. In my opinion, after talking to some people and visiting, they're definitely their own country. They're also extremely prideful. Every person that I've met that is a native here of Puerto Rico is not interested in becoming part of the United States. They're happy. They understand the challenges that they face, and they're willing to accept those challenges and try to overcome them, which is amazing. For those of you Americans that remember, there was a massive hurricane here, and it was part of Donald Trump's first presidential term. It destroyed the island. They never really recovered from that, and I want to say that was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I think they were given a couple $2 billion, but the island never really recovered. Their infrastructure has major problems. Their utility programs like power, electrical, they have major problems. I've only been here 2 weeks and the power's gone out several times. And unfortunately, this is the reality that a lot of Puerto Ricans have to live with on the day-to-day. They're used to it. Some more buildings that were abandoned/destroyed. It just is what it is. Some abandoned cars, some more abandoned buildings. Anyway, we're gonna see what we can get into today. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us again. And let's go. So, we're just gonna continue kind of walking the streets here in Santurce. I wanted to show you this side of it. This is sort of like the center, I think, of Santurce, which is one of the neighborhoods here in San Juan. It's very artsy kind of neighborhood, but it is a very block by block type of neighborhood. This neighborhood can be completely fine, look great, have chickens on the road, and one block over will be derelict, rundown, impoverished. So I want to kind of show that gap. It seems that I see that a lot here in Puerto Rico, especially in Santurce. Okay, so we just turned off of the main strip that we were just walking, and now still in Santurce. This is like a medical complex. See all of the different things that they have. Very quickly, just straight off of that one strip, it turns into a interesting area. A lot of folks on drugs. This isn't really a good spot to be, right? And this is kind of just the start of it. Where I'm going to walk you through, a lot of folks would basically say that this is a no-go zone. Not that I've heard someone call it that, and I hear that term a lot on YouTube, so we're going to use it. A lot of tourists are not coming to this part of Santurce. A lot of drugs, a lot of poverty, a lot of crime. I don't have anything, man. I'm sorry. I think I gave you something to eat the other day. I'll see what I can do for you. He wants a Sprite. I think I can get him a Sprite. It's the least I could do. So not only did I give this guy a Sprite, This lovely woman got him a Sprite. Yo, I got you a Sprite too, homie. Look at that, dude. You got 2 Sprites. Thanks, boss. You too, man. So yeah, they're not necessarily bad people or dangerous people. They're poor and they're on drugs. Yes, they say that this neighborhood is in the bottom 5% of safety. Does it feel sketchy? Kinda. Like I wouldn't want to buy like a nice house like this right here. You know, whenever I was walking down here before, it was a little darker at night and there were a lot more drug users out. I will say that. Right now it doesn't seem to be too bad. But yeah, they are seeing a large increase in not only petty crime, which has always kind of been a thing in San Juan, but from what I was reading, apparently now it is turning into more violent crime. And I'm not sure if that is political propaganda from the US or Justice Department, but they're stating that it is from drug trafficking, which could be the truth. I truly don't know. I'm not from Puerto Rico. I don't know much about it. I just know that we have now labeled drug traffickers as terrorists, so take with that what you will, whether or not it is true. Maybe I can buy a beer over here. Oh, I can buy a beer over here. Así. I thought I could buy a beer there. So yeah, I could buy a beer in there. I had no problems in this dodgy area. So how sketchy is it? They're just hanging out having beers. I truly don't know if that's true or if that's propaganda or what that is. Buenas. How are you? You speak English? Just a little bit? Can I ask a question? This is still Santurce, yeah? So like people tell me that this part is like not safe, but it doesn't feel dangerous.
Do you feel dangerous?
No? Okay. Because like I had Uber drivers tell me like not to come to this part.
I killed every Uber driver. Because right now, you go to Chicago, you go to Tampa, you go to...
I have a YouTube channel, so like I was saying, I'm from the US, and I feel more like unsafe in my city, which is Atlanta, than I do here. So, yeah, okay, cool. I was just curious.
I'm cleaning with here, right in my ground. That's feel good.
Okay, I thought so. Thank you. Well, there it is. So, she apparently has heard this as well. I don't want to say I don't trust the Justice Department, but I think that maybe poor and dangerous are 2 different things. Poor, yes, definitely poor. Dangerous? I don't know. So, man. Yeah. So that is not the guy that I gave a Sprite to. But we are going to find that guy. I know he's hanging around here somewhere. Since I've given him 2 things already, and now that I just bought this beer, I have a little bit of extra. I don't even know if I could drink this walking around. Right on time. Here's a boy. Yes, sir. I'm going to say that it's not unsafe. I'm going to say that it's just poor. And I think that the unsafe part comes from petty crime, if I had to guess. I think that there's quite a bit of petty crime here, just like there is in any poor neighborhood. I think if you don't lock up your phone, I guarantee you it will be gone. I think if you don't lock up your bike, it will be gone. But I don't think that they're going to kidnap the tourists and kill you. But what do I know? I'm just a dude walking around. Anyway, that's going to be my outro. Some people nodding off on a bench. Stay off the drugs, guys. And here we are. Barrio Abero. This is one of the, quote, really dangerous neighborhoods in Puerto Rico. Apparently a lot of the streets are used for drug trafficking, so I'm not going to film anybody, and that was told to me by a local, again, somebody who's lived in Puerto Rico their entire life. Basically told me just kind of be careful and respectful. These people already feel marginalized, and you know, a lot of the drug traffickers here, it's one of the only ways that they can make money. So, you know, I'm not here to blow up anybody's spot. I hope they make a lot of money. As terrible as drugs are, in communities like this, it's a source of income. So when people come here and they do nothing but buy Airbnbs, it forces communities to live like this. and then they have problems. This is real San Juan. One of the cultural centers of Puerto Rico, like I was telling you. It has a very large Dominican population here. It's a working class neighborhood. But I'm walking up here because I want to show you something that all of Puerto Rico is famous for. Not just here. But look at this. This is mosaic. How beautiful is that? And this is the center of Barrio Obrero. I know I'm butchering that because I don't speak Spanish, and I'm sorry about that. But again, this is where even a local told me not to come. Maybe it's worse at night. I'm sure at nighttime it's probably worse. One thing that you'll notice here in Puerto Rico, and I passed these people earlier, so they're probably going to say something, but life happens outside here. People go places and do things. I like that. And remember, the neighborhood we were just in is slammed between the business center and the beach, which is like right here. And those of you that have been to Puerto Rico know that Santurce is kind of the midtown area, and that's about a quarter mile this way. I wanted to come back to this spot at night. It's the same neighborhood as before. I don't know, I think it's a good, vibrant spot. I mean, these people are extremely loud. I couldn't imagine, if you lived up here, you would definitely not be happy about that. But it just seems like a nice, vibrant little neighborhood. Dangerous? Maybe. Cool? I think so. And also, guys, if you are from Puerto Rico and you're watching this, put some comments. Let me know what this is. Like, is this a good idea, a bad idea? Is this a cool place? Is this a bad place? You probably can't see me right now, so I'm gonna end this video here. All right, I'm out. We are outside of Florida, Puerto Rico. Trying not to get Zika virus while I'm here. The amount of mosquitoes in Puerto Rico is something I have not seen before. So today we are going to one of the more remote towns in Puerto Rico, outside of San Juan by about 2 hours. That's the gentleman who's cooking my food. I don't know where he's going right now. Everyone's just here having a good time. That's surprisingly good for the establishment that I'm at. I was not expecting that. Oh, that's hot. Okay, food, eaten, my beer is going. I am in a circle, Florida. I don't think you're just supposed to call it Florida, so that's why I'm trying to put a little flavor on it. Florida. We are gonna look for a place to get your hair cut. I guarantee you they have somewhere. It's just whether or not it's open. So let us do that. People just stopped and did it for me. Puerto Ricans, I guess they're just super friendly people. Like I mean, you saw me do it a little bit, and then he stopped, he called someone, they called someone, he stopped, and then he just took over and did everything for me. So I'm gonna drive back, I think he said like a couple miles that way, get a different tire. I'll update you then. Okay, you can kind of see it. I didn't want to have him and his wife and his daughter and all that on camera, but this dude helped me out a lot. I'm telling you, the Puerto Rican people are freaking great. Everyone I met is freaking great. This dude did everything for me. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna help me direct traffic. Gracias, senor. Thank you. That dude's definitely had a few beers today, and so did the guy who put my tire on. But good lord, I want to show you the hole I hit. Oh shit, he almost hit it. Look at this thing. So yeah, there's a lot of potholes. If you're driving in Puerto Rico in the mountains, you got to be careful. Man, yeah, I wish I could have gotten more of that interaction on camera, because you saw me struggling, and then as soon as that first car pulled up, he called his friend, and before his friend even showed up, 3 other people stopped and basically didn't want me to do anything. I mean, the guy took all the stuff and just started doing it. The tire was stuck on there, and dude crawled under the car with a hammer and knocked the tire off. The Latin culture is great because it's sort of like this in Mexico too. Like, people take care of each other, they're friendly. I love it. That really turned my day around. I was having a crap day. Anyway, we're going to the tire shop, wherever that is. I don't have any signal. He said it was kind of down here and has a gravel driveway. So, yeah, we'll see if we can find it. Guys, I mean, I'm freaking shocked at Puerto Rico. Dude just looked at the tire and goes, hey, you want a new one? A new one is $75. You want a used one? A used one is $35. I'm like, okay, let's do a used one. And then he goes, okay. And then he grabs my tire and goes, rapido, rapido. Like, he's hurrying me up. These guys are about their business. On point. I know it's loud, but I'm going to show you a little bit. Yeah. I mean, that'll work. That's freaking crazy, guys. The adventure's always better than the journey. No, the journey's always better than the destination. Little tire shop. Now it's raining, by the way. Damn, do they take care of one another. That's awesome. So I'm gonna get this tire. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, then I'll update you. I don't think we're gonna go to Jayuya. Yeah, let me get this tire put on. We'll get out of here. Tire is on and paid for. It cost me $35 for a tire. That would have easily been $200 in the US, which is crazy. And now we're on our way to Jayuya. I made the decision to just keep going. So we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna try to avoid as many potholes as I can. I'm just happy that didn't, I mean, that pothole is freaking huge, so it could have done a lot more damage than just pop a tire. All the people that stopped were saying it happens non-stop. And yeah, they just don't have the money to fill the pothole right now. So anyway, Jayuya, let's go. Holy crap. Imagine getting your mail right here. This is the mailbox for this little neighborhood. Look at that. I feel like none of these things ever come through on the camera as well as they do for me. But man. Okay, now we're gonna go to Jayuya. Well, we did make it to Jayuya. It's pouring down rain still. But unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to explore like I wanted to. Yesterday's adventure failure with the flat tire. We are going to try something different. I am here in San Juan, and we are going to get on this metro and just get off somewhere. You'll see a lot of this in Puerto Rico and in San Juan. I was reading it's something like 25, there's like 24 and change % of a residential building. What's up, man? Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yes, sir. You just hanging out?
Just hanging out.
Like it. All right. Take care, buddy. Yeah, I'm just looking for something. 24 something % of the residential buildings are abandoned here, and not for any one particular reason. You know, I know that I was saying in my other video that it's got something to do with the hurricanes, and it does. Like, Maria really screwed them up. People left and they just never came back. But it also has to do with how old the city is. You know, you'll see this in Sofia as well, like in Bulgaria, I told you. You know, families will get these properties and then people will move and just never come back. And so, you know, they're just left here. No one does anything with them. Now, I didn't really see any statistics on just overall properties, but I would assume it's drastically higher than 24%. So, you know, it's Sunday afternoon here, and there's not one thing open. So, how many of these are typically open and just not right now? Or how many of them are just never open? Yeah, I have no idea where I'm at. So I don't know, like, this part of the city. Maybe just not a lot of people live here. It's like a lot of art. Can't be upset about art. Looks like we got somebody down here making some content. Yeah, she's filming the video. If any of you guys are from Puerto Rico and you know about this, please comment down below and let me know what the hell this is. It's obviously some sort of art center. Rio Pedras. Very good art. Obviously this is just like street art these people are doing. Anyway, I'm gonna find something to drink. I'm dying. Why is it dark in all of these places? This place it smells really good. Oh, we got a dude out here grilling. Alright, now we're getting closer to some food. So I have to eat. I've literally had no food all day. Just smells like cats. Well, these people are fired up about something. Not really sure what. Something de ice. Okay, so this is, at least that sign says ice. I think that concludes my adventure for today. Everything is closed here. Doesn't seem to be quite a lot of people, except for whatever that protest is. So, yeah, we are gonna find our way back to the same train station. So we've seen good parts, we've seen quote bad parts, we've seen quote dangerous parts, but I think the major takeaway that I have from Puerto Rico is that it's freaking misunderstood. It's misunderstood by Americans, just in general. I think a lot of times Americans think that it is America. It's kind of like our long lost cousin, right? Like we all know about Puerto Rico. We don't really know about Puerto Rico. Even those that come here, they go to San Juan, they go to the resorts. They come to a place like this, Boca Raton. But very few of them see how Puerto Ricans live. But now we're gonna leave Puerto Rico. We're off to another place, as we do. So, if you liked it, hopefully you hit subscribe, follow the journey. We got some good places to come. Next on the list is a country that I don't see a lot of folks going to. Had a lot of civil unrest recently with some protests and things like that around some government stuff going on. So yeah, we'll be there in about a week. So I'm gonna enjoy the sunset. For those of you guys that watch, I appreciate it. Until next time.